Ma'am Roslyn. Miss Bing? Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Ma'am Bing. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon po. Dinig niyo po ako?
Yes, yes, yes. How about me, ma'am?
Oh,
Okay ba yung okay ba yung register ng natin, ng audio?
yes po, okay po.
Okay, sige. Let's just wait for our attendees and viewers. But we are already live sa Facebook.
Yes po.
Hi guys, good afternoon. We'll be starting in 5 minutes. Hi, good afternoon guys. So let's start our webinar for today. Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our live streaming on Nursing Opportunity to Canada. My name is Rose Garcia, and I am the Client Acquisition Manager of Roman and Associates Immigration Services. In today's webinar, we will be joined by Ms. Jenica Liserio of Stenberg College. For today's session on regarding our nursing opportunity to Canada, we will be discussing with you the immigration process, and later on, as Ms. Jenica Liserio discussed to us the program details on nursing opportunity to Canada. By the way, please be reminded, everybody, that I'll be putting everyone in mute. So later on, after our discussions, we will be having our Q&A. So if you have your questions, you may post them temporarily on our chat box. Then we'll address to those questions one by one before we end our webinar. Okay, to begin with, guys, let me introduce to you our company. We are Roman and Associates Immigration Services Limited, and we are a registered Canadian immigration firm in British Columbia, Canada. Where are we located? We have our two offices. We have one in Canada that is in Nanaimo, British Columbia. Then the one in the Philippines, it is located in President J.P. Laurel Highway, Lipa City, Batangas. We also have our extension office for those who are located somewhere in central Luzon and up north. We have our extension office in Kalumpit, Bulacan. So just let us know where you are coming from so we can meet you at the most near office that's possible for our discussion. Okay. So as an immigration firm, who is the man behind our company? None other than our licensed immigration consultant, Mr. Israel Rahman, with license number R524540. And of course, he is an active registered nurse in Nanaimo, British Columbia. He is a licensed Canadian immigration consultant, and he is registered with the Immigration Consultant of Canada Regulatory. So just some additional details about Mr. Israel Rahman. Of course, way back in the Philippines, he is also a registered nurse here, and he used to be a nursing professor with some of the biggest universities in the Philippines. And it was in 2008 when he finally decided to move into Canada. And now he is working as nurse manager with one of the biggest hospital in British Columbia. Okay, so how are we going to check if the man behind Rahman and Associates Immigration Services is indeed a registered or a licensed immigration consultant? Okay, so flash on your screen is the way on how we can verify the license of Mr. Israel Rahman. Okay, all you have to do is to simply visit the website of IRCC. So as you enter or as you click the website, this is where you will be directed. So next on that, you need to simply go to public register. Next, this will be your screen then. So you need to fill this up, but not necessarily all the details that you are seeing on the screen. All you have to do is to simply indicate or type the license number under the RCIC number of the person you are searching. On the case of Mr. Israel Rahman, all you need to do is to type his license number, which is again R524540. Then once you click the search button below that one, it will direct you to this page. You'll see the name, the status, and the contact identification. So under name, Rahman Israel, the status is active. Then you may just click the contact should you want to see the contact details of Mr. Israel Rahman. Okay, so those are the steps on how you can verify if the licensed immigration consultant that you're talking to about your visas is a legitimate person. Okay, the main purpose of this webinar is for us to help you on how you will become a registered nurse in Canada. For that one, we have two options. Let me present to you our first option. This is so-called the not so easy version. What are the steps under the not so easy version? Of course, you must have your IELTS. Second, you must pass the National Nursing Assessment Services, or the NNAS. Again, since IELTS has its validity, it's only valid for 2 years. If it happened that your IELTS exam expires, so you will be asked to retake the exam again. Next, you must pass the Nursing Competency Assessment Service, which is the NCAS. This includes the computer-based assessment, then the simulated lab and oral assessment. Next, you need also to pass the transitional coursework for internationally educated nurses. Then by the time you finish all those steps, that's the only time that you can register for you to take the NCLEX. So NCLEX, this is the board exam that we all know here in the Philippines. So those are the steps under the not so easy version. How about when we talk about the option 2? So this is also known as the fast and easy version. As simply as this, You just need to talk to Raman and Associates Immigration Services, of course, with Stenberg College as our partner school for this program. This will give you your passport, your sure answer for you to move into Canada by means of studying their nursing pathway and be a registered nurse in Canada. How are we going to do that or apply this specific formula? Okay, going back, since it is labeled as fast and easy, there are just two ways for us to work and be an active registered nurse in Canada. First, just simply apply for a study permit by means of taking postgraduate diploma in Canadian nursing. Second, after you successfully finish the PGDCN program, you can now apply for permanent residency and open work permit via BC Provincial Nominee Program. Okay, so how are we going to know if there are really jobs waiting for you in Canada? This is one of the many ways wherein you can check the available jobs for nurses in Canada. You just need to simply visit the Island Health website. So you will be directed to this page after you click the website. So you just choose your location. Let's say, for example, anywhere in British Columbia. Then you just click your category on what specific industry of job you are looking for. Let's say, for example, of course, you are looking for all nursing jobs. You just need to click nursing, then it will show you how many available jobs under nursing category are available in Canada. How about when we are to speak the salary wages of active nurse in Canada? If you may take a look at the screen, we are the registered nurse in Canada are categorized under level 3. So registered nurse, on the first year, your hourly salary wage is 35.53 Canadian dollar. On your second year, it will be 36.89. On your third year, it will be 38.26. On your fourth year, it will be 39.62, and so on and so forth. So every year there will be a sure increase on your hourly wage if you are working as registered nurse in Canada. So what then? Let's say, for example, we are to compute the wage, the salary wage of active nurses in the Philippines, in Canada versus of that of their hourly rate. So let's say, for example, given that your hourly rate is 35.53 and you are asked to work 40 hours in a week, that will give you 1,421.20 Canadian dollar. How about if we are to compute that one per month? Given that you are working 4 weeks in a month and your weekly rate, weekly rate is 1,421.20, that will give you 5,684.80 in just 1 month. How about in 1 year? Given that your weekly rate is 1,421.20, and since the whole year has 52 weeks, that will give you 73,902.40 Canadian dollar. Imagine by just working 1 whole year in Canada as active nurse, you can earn as high as 3,029,998.40, given our conversion rate as of March 25, that is 41 pesos per Canadian dollar. Okay, sounds good or interesting, guys? How about if we are to consider the fast and easy version? What are now the benefits or the advantages in joining with us? First, we are partnered with a highly respected college, and that is Stenberg College. We have a reasonable administration fee, reimbursable IELTS fee, You will be having your job security as a registered nurse post course, and we will guide you until your permanent resident status. So our assistance to you doesn't end as you secure your working visa or student visa, but we will be with you as you finally get your permanent resident status in Canada. That's how we assist and handle our clients, our applicants, and that's how quality our service in Roman immigration services. Okay, so since we already know the fast and easy version, the not so easy version, of course, we will go to the fast and easy. My dear viewers, just don't forget this very important formula. We have, of course, as Roman Associates Immigration Services, plus Stenberg College, and this will definitely give your answer to your question and how are you going to work as a registered nurse in Canada. Okay, so after that, after my discussion, what will be your next step? Of course, you will be aiming to work as a registered nurse in Canada. How are we going to achieve that one? Of course, just do the first step. You just need to simply send your detailed resume for eligibility check to our email, which is assessment@romancis.ca. You may just use up the subject line assessment for Stenberg College for easy identification of your resume. Okay, so I hope I was able to impart to you how easy it is for you to work as an active registered nurse in Canada by just simply applying for a study permit and taking the course postgraduate diploma in Canadian nursing. I will be transferring the floor to Ms. Jenica Liserio of Stenberg College for her to discuss with us the program details of the nursing program. Thank you for listening, guys.
Thank you, Rose. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Jenica from Stenberg College. Let me just try to turn my video on as well and share my screen. I'll have to ask the host to allow me to share my screen and to start my video. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Let me just share my screen to you. 1 second. All right. So once again, thank you to Roman & Associates for inviting me to this seminar. And thank you to all of those who participated today. Again, my name is Jenica. I'm the Director of International Admissions and Recruitment for Southeast Asia and the Middle East. And I am here invited by the Roman & Associates team to discuss with you the option to study at Stenberg College, especially those who are looking to become nurses in Canada, specifically in British Columbia. So what I'm going to do first is share our introductory video to you so that you have an idea who our students are. So let me just do that 1 second. Okay, so there you have it. So just as a formal introduction to our team, Stenberg College has an international team, and I am based here in the Philippines together with Alexa Laksa, our international education advisor. So if you happen to also apply to our school, you will probably encounter Janice, who is our documentation officer based in British Columbia. All right, so about our school. Stenberg College is a private post-secondary college. So we were founded back in 1990 by Mary Jane Stenberg, and we started off delivering nursing programs. So nursing has always been a specialty of Stenberg College. We have become a well-known medical college who's been delivering nursing programs and eventually other medical programs for the past 30 years. In fact, with the success of Stenberg College, and the graduates are sought after by employers, we were able to expand into other industries such as education, business, and human services. So there are other programs available at Stenberg, but for today, we're just going to focus on one program, which is called Postgraduate Diploma in Canadian Nursing. Our campus location is in Surrey. So if you are not that aware yet, Surrey is a suburb of Vancouver. Now, Surrey is the second largest city in British Columbia. It's just about 40-minute train ride away from Vancouver. But the good thing about living there is that you will have a lower cost of living compared to Vancouver downtown. So it's a very accessible location as well because the campus itself is just right in front of the Surrey Central SkyTrain station and the bus stop. One of the things that we're really known for as well is our very strong employer and industry relationship. So I'll talk more about that later on. Once you become part of Stenberg College, we make sure that you are successful. And when we talk about success, we're not just talking about one aspect of your life, such as the education part. We're also talking about getting you employed, ensuring that you are, that the program that you studied will have a positive effect in your life. You will be employed. And for those of you who wish to pursue permanent residency, that is available to you as well. So being part of Stenberg College, I think this is what sets Stenberg College apart from the other schools is that we're quite hands-on when it comes to our students. We offer a lot of flexibility. We understand the students' needs, and we understand that you are an international student with special needs sometimes, special kind of support. So we try to be as flexible as we can and to cater to individual needs of our students. So with Stenberg, you will be enjoying student services. Of course, I think that is a basic thing. Every school would have this. They would be the first group of people that you'll be talking to when you arrive in Canada. Anything that you need, any question, just go to student services and they will redirect you to the proper department. We have the academic support. So one of the things that international students would normally have is they have dual intent. So they want to study, they want to gain that education, but they also want to work. So just to balance things out, we help students out when it comes to their academic and to ensure that they're not forgetting to study as well. So we have English classes that you can join. They're for free. You can schedule appointments with your instructors so that you can discuss topics. And we can even appoint a life coach for you. What you can also expect is that there is a smaller class size at Stenberg, which we believe is a more conducive environment for learning so that you can ask your questions, you can discuss topics, without any hesitation, or because it's quite overwhelming when you're in a bigger class size. So we maintain a small class size. We also have accommodation assistance. The campus itself do not have a dorm. Okay, so I repeat, we do not have a dorm, but what we can do is endorse you to our network and to homestays. So homestay would be a family basically hosting your stay. And you can be immersed into the Canadian lifestyle and culture, and that's a great way to do it. So you can do that, homestay, or you can be endorsed to other network that have available accommodation. And we normally provide you also with a list of safe sites where you can find your own accommodation. We have career services. So again, we want to ensure that you will be gainfully employed while you're studying and after you study. So we have support when it comes to creating resumes, writing your cover letters, interviews, connecting you with employers. And we have a lot of partner employers already in place, so we can connect you to them directly. We can schedule your interviews with them as well. In connection with career, we have a co-op. So co-op is cooperative work experience. It's like internship or OJT as part of your curriculum. And the good thing about our co-op is that they're paid. So whatever is your role, okay, that is the payment that you'll get. It's not just an allowance. And also, you don't have to look for an employer because we already have employers set for you. So we're just going to do a job placement. Okay, and of course, we partner with only the best immigration consultants. So if you need to talk to Roman and Associates, when you're already there in Canada, just let us know so that we can schedule that appointment with you. So I believe that Rose already explained to you the process and how you can get your license as a registered nurse or as a licensed practical nurse in Canada. So how to process, let me just show you this. So this is the summary of that process, okay? And in that process, it may seem overwhelming because it's a lot of information. So you'll have to go through NNAS, provincial registration. You'll have to undergo an exam, which is a competence assessment. By the way, the NCAS can only be done once. So it's such an important part of the process when it comes to assessing your profile. So you cannot ever repeat an NCAS competence assessment. So you have to make sure that when you do it, you're ready and yet you're well trained for it. You also need to undergo transitional coursework before you even have your licensure exam. So all of these, normally when you apply to Canada to study in a program, okay, any type of program similar to nursing or even a nursing program, this process isn't normally included in your program, okay? You'd have to apply or enroll in a review center separately, which will cost you around 10 to 15,000 Canadian dollars. So there is a lot of money involved, effort, and time. Being an expert, I would say, because we've been doing this for over 30 years, delivering nursing programs, we have identified this challenge for IENs. So IENs will study any type of program, not necessarily becoming a registered nurse after the program they've chosen. They would end up being licensed practical nurse, or maybe they would end up, working in a different type of work, becoming a permanent resident, and that's the only time that they pursue their nursing profession. So we wanted to make it easy for you and to simplify the process for you, which is why we created the program Postgraduate Diploma in Canadian Nursing. So let me just go to the next stage. I'm not going to play this video. I have a video that I will play with you later on. So when you study the Postgraduate Diploma in Canadian Nursing with co-op, which we call PIGIN, because it's a mouthful to say, right? So the PIGIN program is specifically designed for IENs, okay? And this is a 2-year program. Within that 2 years, you will have a total of 11 months of paid co-op. So almost half of the program, you'll be on a practical setting and you'll be earning because co-op is paid. Now we have 4 intakes per year. You can still join the June and September intake this year. It's still open for enrollment. And the program is also a dual qualification. Let me just explain how this works. If you do not meet the English requirement of the program, you have the option to study English for academic purpose for 12 weeks. This is optional. Now, if you meet the English requirement of the program, there's no need for that. You can join directly to the direct entry, and you will be starting the program by studying a fast track version of our healthcare assistant diploma. So what is the advantage of having an HCA designation while you're studying? So an HCA is your personal support worker. They are called PSW in some provinces. Healthcare aide, healthcare assistant, community health workers. Okay, those are the terms used for HCA. Now, HCA normally work in residential care facilities. They're taking care of the elders, but they're not limited to that. They can also be working in a hospital setting, assisting nurses, or even taking care of children. Now, with a fast track HCA program, just after 5 months, you will get your registration as an HCA. We will facilitate that for you because our program is fully accredited by the BC Care Aid Registry. So once you gain your registration, the advantage is that you can now work part-time with a valid designation, HCA role. And that means that your salary would be from $15.20 per hour. Okay, on average, HCAs earn $23 on an hour. So there is a huge jump from $15 to around $23, right? Just after 5 months into the program. Another advantage is that, of course, you will already be immersed into the nursing practice. So that will make the rest of the program easy for you. Next, all of our co-ops, you will be placed as a registered HCA so that you can maximize your earning potential there. And last but not least, whatever happens to your licensing process, be it delayed or whatever happens to it, then you have a valid designation that you can fall back into, which will allow you to do LMIA, work sponsorship, and permanent residency in the future. Okay, so those are the advantages. Now, let's go back to how it's delivered. After 5 months, you will gain your registration as an HCA, and then we'll give your first co-op. So the 11 months is divided into 2 co-ops. Co-op 1, 10 weeks, and then you'll study nursing in a Canadian healthcare context, and then the rest of the program will be co-op. Now, while you're studying all of this and while you're going through your co-op, we have already included the review, preparation, and training for the IELTS, CELBN, NCAS competence assessment, and licensure exam. Again, as I've said earlier, normally you'd have to do a review center for this and spend $10,000 to $15,000. With us, you don't have to do that because it's incorporated into your program. In fact, your instructors are also IENs. They will be providing an assistance to you on how to process your license, how to go through the NNAS, PCCNM, NCAS competence assessment. We track our students on progress with their licensing. We just need you to follow our timeline, okay, and our instruction, just comply to that so that by the end of the program, you're already an HCA, right? Then by the end of the program, we expect that you are already an LPN or an RN, but this is up to you, okay? We will provide all the necessary resources for you, the training, everything. But you also have to do your part as a student to study and to comply with all of the requirements of your licensure process. So who are we looking for in this program? So let's talk about the entry requirements. All bachelor degree in nursing holders, okay, will be admissible. You also have to be a registered nurse, okay? Now, we're also looking for a work experience here, and the minimum number of years that we're looking at is 2 years full-time in the past 10 years. Now, when we say 2 years, it can be accumulated 2 years. As you can see, it's within the past 10 years, but there should be 900 hours minimum in the past 5 years. I know it may sound complicated, but there is a reason behind that. We're looking at 2 years because this will allow you to have the points to enter if you plan to do an express entry BCP and P in the future. And then the 900 hours minimum is actually a requirement under the National Nursing Assessment Service. So for an easy way to get assessed, I recommend that you submit your resume to Roman and Associates team. We will be collaborating and we will tell you whether you qualify for the program or not. All right. Now, because this program has a BC Care Aid registry qualification, which is the HCA, and also you will be in the nursing profession, an English requirement is part of the entry requirement, okay? So you'll have to go through an exam. We will accept academic or general IELTS. 6.0 overall score, no band lower than 5.5 in reading and writing, no band lower than 6 in speaking and listening. Now, why is this important? Because BC Care Aid Registry will not give you a registration unless you have an English test done. NNAS may waive it, but CRNBC or the regulatory body of the province may require it as well. So as part of our entry requirement, we follow what those institutions would require of you. CELBN is also accepted. Now, how much is the program? What I can tell you, this is a very competitively priced tuition fee. Normally in Canada, if you study, you'll be spending around $10,000 to $20,000 per year. That is an average, per year tuition fee cost. Okay. Now with us, with this program, the total tuition fee for 2 years is $21,400. That's just basically $11,000 per year. Okay, so it's really low because we just provide you all the necessary things that you need in order for you to get through the nursing degree and to get through the licensing process. Now, we're not going to ask you to pay the whole thing. Okay, an initial deposit would be sufficient. 5,150 Canadian dollars initial deposit is required. 10,000 for Indian nationals only. It's also deductible from the total tuition fee. By the way, our total tuition fee already includes an assessment fee, registration fees, material usage, medical coverage for the first 3 months, and your books. Now, good news for this year only, those who will be joining July and September, we can reimburse your IELTS cost of up to 350 Canadian dollars. Now, let's talk about the immigration pathways. I mentioned that we are a private institution, so there will be no PGWP for you. I would just like to clarify that PGWP does not guarantee a work sponsorship or a permanent residency. PGWP is there for you to have a valid visa for you to stay on, and students use this to practice what they've learned and to look for their employer. At Stenberg College, you don't need to do that, because after the completion of your program, we have employers waiting for you. So there's no need to enter a PGWP. You can go directly to a working visa. It could be LMIA, could be a long-term work sponsorship through one of our partner employers. In total at Stenberg, with all the other programs we offer, we have a 98% employment rate within the first 6 months of graduation. That is a very high employment rate. Some of our students who do not get employed, they normally go for further studies. So that's why they're not employed, they're studying again. Now, here are just some of your employment options. Okay, because we actually have a lot. It will not be, it will not fit in our list here, but there's a lot of options for you under Fraser Health. There's even more clinics and hospitals under Fraser Health. Now I want to introduce to you one of your possible future employer retirement concepts. We recently had a collaboration to provide you with a conditional job offer. Okay, so we've shot this video, so please excuse it though. It's a short video to introduce retirement concepts and your options if you happen to choose them as your employer. Okay, so let me play this video for you. Hello, everyone. My name is Jenica Licerio, and I'm the Director of International Admissions and Recruitment for Southeast Asia. We are here with Sabrina Price, and she is from Retirement Concepts. So, hi, Sabrina. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you? Hello, everybody.
Hello, thank you. All right, so let's get started. I'm just going to ask you a few questions about our partnership, Stenberg College and Retirement Concept Partnership. So first of all, can you please introduce Retirement Concepts to us?
Yeah, no problem. So Retirement Concepts, we are one of the biggest private-owned senior home companies in British Columbia. So we have 23 homes. 20 of those are in British Columbia. One is in Alberta and one is in Quebec. So we are a very big facility. We have over 6,000 people now that work for our organization. And we are happy to have new people come and join us.
Awesome. So for this year, we have collaborated and we are going to provide our students conditional job offers. We're going to provide them part-time work while they're studying, and eventually will lead to a full-time job offer after they complete their program. So can you tell us more about that partnership?
Yeah, so we're really excited about being able to offer everyone positions while you're going through school. So starting off, if you're in school, it's going to be hard to work full time. So you'll have the opportunity to work as a support services worker, which would fall under the categories of, say, a housekeeper, laundry aide, or server, or janitor. And then once you are going through your schooling and you've completed, say, your HCA course, we'd be able to offer you an HCA position. Same thing if you were to complete your LPN course, we'd be able to offer you an LPN job, RN course, RN job. So throughout the journey with Stenberg, you'll be able to work with Retirement Concepts on that same journey with various roles.
All right, and where are the possible locations our students will be working in?
Yeah, so we have the lovely locations on the island. Reference point would be Victoria, British Columbia. We have many homes. We have 7 homes here on the island. So I actually live on the island. I love it. It's a great place to be. Our other locations that we're able to offer these conditional job offers would be in the interior of British Columbia. Another reference point for anyone to check it out would be Kamloops, as well as Summerland and Williams Lake. So the interior is also beautiful, many lakes and nature. It's lovely.
All right, that's good. That's good to hear. Now, our students would like to know as well, especially because some of them, they may be hired as a part-time worker or maybe when they're already working full-time. And these are different positions, as mentioned. They can be working as a support, they can be working as an LPN, RN. So maybe you can give us an idea of the salary rates for each position. I know that it will change eventually when they start working, but right now, can you give us an idea of the salary rates?
Yeah, I can give you an approximate. Again, all of our homes are what we call unionized, so they're all a little bit different. So these numbers I'm giving are approximate. But say for a support services worker, so a housekeeper, laundry, or a server, right now the wages are around $20 per hour, approximately, give or take a few dollars on either side. And then a healthcare aide right now is approximately $25 to $27 per hour. LPN is around the $32 to say $36 per hour, and an RN is anywhere upwards of $40+ an hour.
Thank you for that. Now, because our students are also studying, right? And we would like them to have some sort of security that they can work at Retirement Concepts after they complete their program. So can you tell us about the conditional job offer that we will be providing the students?
Absolutely. So once you guys go through with Stenberg and you make your commitment to going with Stenberg, we'll then be able to work directly with them to have interviews with all of you. And then at that point, if we feel it is a right fit for both parties, then we'll be able to offer you a conditional job offer before you even come to Canada, which is lovely. So that gives you, one, a peace of mind that you have an employer ready to go for when you get here. It also allows us and the excitement of knowing that you're coming to join our team. So the conditional job offer, I would say, is very exciting for all of us.
Yes.
Yeah, we're very excited about it.
Exactly, yes. So as a last question, Sabrina, can you tell us what students can expect from Retirement Concepts as their new employer?
Yeah. So for us, we are very big on growth, service, integrity, and trust. That's our mission statement. So that's not just for corporate employees or for managers. That's for everyone. We want to make sure that people who are joining Retirement Concepts are really there for our residents, because at the end of the day, without the residents, we wouldn't be here. So making sure that every day you're trying to make the seniors' lives as good as possible, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for someone who's compassionate and excited about the opportunity to make a difference in these seniors' lives. Retirement Concepts, as well as us being a private employer, it's a bit smaller than working for one of the big health authorities that could have upwards of 30,000 employees, where you're not as close with your coworkers, say, or your managers. At Retirement Concepts, we treat everyone like family, and I genuinely believe that. We treat everyone like a piece of a family. So that's what you can expect from Retirement Concepts.
All right, thank you so much, Sabrina. All of these are very exciting, not just for our students, also from Stenberg College. We're pretty excited about this new venture with you, and we are confident that our students will be very happy with, this partnership, and so they have something to expect when they arrive in Canada. So thank you so much for giving us your time today. I really appreciate that.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone. So there you have it. And we hope that you will be part of that, to be part of Stenberg College, Roman and Associates, and Retirement Concepts. So that is my time for today. Just as a quick summary, there's a lot of things that Stenberg College can offer you. We have over 30 years of experience in providing especially medical programs in the healthcare industry. We have outstanding support system for our students and graduate, strong partnerships resulting to high employment rate. We have paid co-op, practicum, job placement services, immigration pathway programs are available. There is a personalized guidance on the RN LPN licensure process, which is very difficult to go through alone. Okay, we have the COVID-19 readiness plan. We are an approved DLI for that. Our tuition fee is really affordable. The rest of your balance, you can pay that through installment payment plans. So there you have it. Thank you very much for listening, and back to Roman and Associates team.
Thank you, Ms. Jenica, for that very informative presentation. And as of now, we just want to ask our viewers if they have questions in mind. So feel free to ask them while we still have Ms. Jenica and, of course, me to answer your questions about the immigration process and about the admission and the program details. So, by the way, don't forget to send your resume to our assessment email so we can assess your eligibility to apply. Then from there, we can work on how we are to process your application for your student visa. Okay, so here you go. This is again our email address where you can send the resume. So that's assessment@romancis.ca. Subject line assessment for Stenberg College for easy identification of your application. By the way, for our viewers who missed part of the session for today, we have this webinar recorded through our Facebook page, Roman and Associates Immigration Services. Should you want to watch it again, just feel free to visit our Facebook page. And you may also hit the send message button for any questions or clarifications about our services. Okay, I think, Ms. Jenica, the questions of our viewers are already answered even before they asked about it. So I think we're all good for today's webinar. And on behalf of Roman and Associates Immigration Services, I just want to thank you, Ms. Jenica, again for joining us this afternoon. And we're looking forward for our next webinar with you this coming month of April. Thank you everyone for attending our webinar for today. And we will just be waiting for your resume to assessment@romancis.ca. Thank you everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Roman and Associates. Bye.
Bye.